Field of Judgment. Oh, that doesn't bode well. This is the last level, and as tradition, we need to know why we went on this quest to begin with. Now, I don't have the manual. I got this on Steam, not GOG, so it didn't come with the manual. Which is sad days. But I've got the wiki pulled up. According to the wiki, this is what it says. When you first saw the 7 candles, you knew. But any Sahid, S-I-D-H-E, would have known in the magic of the reflections pulsing across the ceiling of the Elder's chamber. Each flame with its own power to burn, each flame tied irrevocably to the flow of the earth's breath. The 7 flames were the armies of the 7 kings of earth. Circling the candles stood Earth of the Sahid, leaders of an ancient elf race, adept in arcane sorcery, and keepers of the Tome of Power. We have like a bajillion of those. From the east came the evil foretold by your forefathers, the 3 Serpent Riders, guardians of death everlasting, and their form was shrouded by black cloaks. Only their eyes were revealed, sunken with evil, dreadful intensity. As a sign of power, they brought peace to the eastern provinces. Those who believed in the sign created a temple in their honor and it bore the mark of the crossed trident. That's the exit thing. Their worshippers were the Order of the Sign, blind followers without will, void of spirit. As the power of the Order grew, even the 7 kings of earth followed like cattle behind them. And after they controlled great nations, 2 riders left the world. Only Despiral. See, this says Despiral, not Dispiral. Anyway, the weakest of them remained while his disciples traveled the earth, cleansing it in preparation for its descent. Oh, so we killed the chump. Now the music's gonna go away while I scroll down. Holy crap baskets. We got 2 more big old paragraphs. Because they used to care about their stories. Scorned by the other people of Earth, the Sahid, possessing powers of their own, remain unaffected by the spell of the riders. The Sahid are now considered the heretics, the unclean, fit only to be wiped from the face of the earth. The disciples of Disparil conspired with the kings of earth to remove the last lands of Apostis. Sure. And while the armies of the 7 nations gathered to destroy the Sahid, the elders convened to discuss the fate of your people. When all voices had spoken against the order, the 7 elders extinguished the 7 candle flames simultaneously. At that silent instant, a brilliant flash of light came from the east, and the armies that had gathered against you were no more. Drained by their efforts, the elders fell to the floor, listening to the single painful scream echoing from the now scorched battlefield. But then the forces of the abyss took their vengeance. The ether had quaked with the elders' magic effort. Words. They're hard. and the curse of the Order followed the trail unerringly to the Elders' conventicle. Conventicle? Sure. Suddenly the foul odor of death came, and the earth opened to engulf the Elders in flames. The white bright fire clinging to their flesh, knowingly and eagerly eating each layer of skin because they are onions. Two, pouring forth from earth like squirming maggots, came the forces of evil, both beast and undead. They attacked in hordes like packs of dogs, first surrounding the weakest and biting and clawing their victims to the ground. As each Saeed fell, several beasts would gather to chew into their bellies like pigs, into slop, their heads often deeply submerged into the gut, with the victim's intestines slung half-eaten upon their own squirming bodies. When the day was done, the few remaining Saeed were scattered throughout the land. The Abyss had taken the tomes and artifacts of your people as spoils of their victory. Alone, without weapons, the surviving Saeed would surely perish at the hands of the Order of the Triad. The Elder's destruction of the seven armies had gone for naught, while the other Saeed had hid, their spirit broken. You thirsted for vengeance and rode east into the wilderness in search of Despatrium. Now you stand before the city of the damned, its air thick with the stench of rot. Your hate drives you to see these creatures oozing their heart's ichor before you. Beyond these gates, the dead and the ancient artifacts. Did I do that? No. The dead and the creatures of the night writhe in dark corners, their bodies aching for your blood. With luck, some of your people's ancient artifacts can be found hidden amongst the dark passages beyond. For with only a staff as your weapon, the world is surely damned. Blech. That had to be like 3 pages in the original manual. And holy crap, I need beverage. I also need you. And alright. Did I save? What is this called? Field of Judgment. It's called the Field of Judgment. Judgment have an E at the end? It does. I always want to drop that first E. Anybody else? Alright, well. Oh, well, that's gonna make things infinitely easier. Cool. I think that's about good. There's a flight thing too. Give me all the things. Should we go invisible? Oh, a big ol' spider, it looks like. Okay, game. What item do I have to grab to initiate, or do I just... It's probably not. No. Okay. I'm confused. I'm kerfuffled. How do I start the battle? I gotta hit some. Do I need to hit all the things? Do I really need to look up how to initiate the last level? This is a very anticlimactic game. This is so strange. Should just like open, right? Huh. Another instance in which you must use the wings. Which seems very strange. But I guess that's why we have them, right? There we go. How many? We got a bunch. Home of power, go! Oh, we got 2 down. Three down. Right, let's switch it back. Oh, how about we not miss, yeah? Three down, or 4. There's only, woo, 1 left. Ah! Man, they tanky. And lair minotaurs. Actually use up all, yeah, pretty much. Well, they gave us all the stuff. As the fighter Molitar, it's Molitar, that's right, bellows his death agony, you realize that you have never come so close to your own destruction. Not even the fight with Dispadril and his disciples had been this desperate. Grimly you stare at the gates, which open before you, wondering if they'll lead home. or if they open onto some undreamed of horror. Undreamed of horror. Yeah, there you go. You find yourself wondering. Yes, that is, do we have it? Huh? Oh, when the A looks close. Wondering if you have the strength to go on. If nothing but death and pain await you. But nothing but death and pain await you. But what else can you do if the will to fight is gone? Can you force yourself to continue in the face of such despair? Do you have the courage? You find in the end that it is not within you to take surrender without a fight. Eyes wide. You go to meet your fate. Dun, 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 dun. And then Heretic 2 starts. So your character's name's Corvus. You don't find that out till the next game. And while all this is going on, Hexen is going on simultaneously. I think Hexen begins in the original game, because these last two episodes were, part of the expansion or whatever. So when the first game ended, when we killed Disparil, Hexen starts. And then Hexen 2 goes. And then Heretic 2 happens after this, because this last portal he goes through will send him back home. More on that whenever we get around to Heretic 2. Sorry this game took so long. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed. I think what's gonna happen as far as the FPSs go, we're gonna hit back up with Wolfenstein and finish that, because there's 2 games left, and then we'll jump back to a medieval, which is the Dusk version of Heretic, if that makes any sense. So, it's pretty neat. Thanks for watching.